Everybody tells me Tampa Bay is really good. I mean, there might be room for them to slip in because what do you say? In Eagles and Cowboys, Vikings and Packers, Buccaneers and Niners, and there's got to be one more, so it might be the Rams.
Yeah, the Giants will come back to earth.
Yeah, no, I'm
And
not
so-
worried about the Giants being there all year.
And right now, the Rams would be in 8th place.
So 8th or 7th?
8th.
All right. Well, yeah, right now they are. Right now they are. All right, we got a bunch to do today. Let's give you a number to get in, 505-246-0610. That's how we get started. 505-246-0610. That's how to get here. Emails are coming in, Jeff at sportsanimallabq.com, JJ at sportsanimallabq.com, on the Twitter, _JJ Buck, on the Facebook, the OD and the AM. You can watch the show there. Adrian's producing that. And I think that might be it. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, there's a text line, 505-246-0610. Amory, maybe 7:15. Jerry Kill chased it down last night. He's out recruiting. This is their bye week. And so he might be on a plane. It might be unavailable. We'll try him at 7:15. But there's a chance that there'll be Jerry Kill, or there's a chance there won't be Jerry Kill. All right, so we got – I don't feel like we adequately got through – the NFL yesterday, so I want to go through that. Baseball playoffs are going to start here in a couple of days. Phillies are in. There's so much going on there. We never really got through that, so I want to hit that as well. But you want to start on the phones early this morning, so let's do that. Jerry, you want to talk about that game last night? Go ahead, Jerry.
Ram it. Do you know how to ram it?
We'll
Sorry,
be rocking
wrong
LA.
song.
Oh, sorry.
Dang.
Okay, so on a less, does Cooper or no, does Matt Stafford know he doesn't have to throw to the white guys?
No, he doesn't.
Serious
know.
question at this point.
Well,
I mean, okay, so on a serious note, though, as a 49ers fan, like, I, first of all, hate that Trey Lance got hurt. I never like, in any way, shape, or form, seeing a guy go down, especially in the horrific way that he did. But the second Jimmy G walks back onto the field, like, you can tell that team is completely different.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty clear Garoppolo is, for right now at least, still a better quarterback. I like Trey Lance more than a lot of guys, but I also do wonder, like, you have this quarterback who the worst he's done when he's healthy is go to the NFC Championship. And, like, what if Jimmy G's not as bad as everyone says he is?
well, he's
Right?
not.
I think the 49ers have a better team around him now than they ever have. And, like, what are we doing here, you know?
I mean, he's not as bad as everybody says. But, that was the day after Trey Lance got hurt. I said one of my biggest winners of the weekend were the Niners, because I think in the immediate you're better. You're better with Jim Garoppolo. You just are. He's not a bad quarterback.
Yeah, and you were totally right.
Yeah, in fact, he's good. Now, is he elite? No, he doesn't. But he didn't have to be with that squad.
Then, you just have to not lose the game.
Yeah, and he makes good enough throws to win it, and finds Deebo Samuel, and that's pretty good. So,
Yeah, how about that ridiculous catch and run, right?
Just tackle the guy, for crying out loud. Yeah. All right. Now your team looks nice, Jerry. Enjoy that one, because that's a good win, and I think you're on the right trajectory with Jim Garoppolo. They stay healthy, and they're in good shape, and their defense is really good. So, enjoy it, Jerry.
All right.
See you. I mean, Niner fans should be happy. You beat the rival. You beat the crap out of them. You dominated them. They look better. Their defense is good. I mean, I don't know. Tell me what's not to like about the Niners right now.
And you saw Jimmy Garoppolo, more time. He looked more comfortable. I still can't wrap my head around who made the decision then. Because we all love Jimmy Garoppolo now. Ever since Trey Lance got hurt.
Jimmy Garoppolo is still what Jimmy Garoppolo was.
Yeah, so if they're like, oh, they're a better team, they have a higher ceiling now. Why did anyone ever make that move? Why did you give up that draft capital to a dude that you're never going to
I
trust?
think that was a John Lynch thing, right? Their general manager. Look, I think they saw is Jimmy Garoppolo limited? I think we all say yes. But with that team around him, they can be really good. I mean, there's been limited quarterbacks who have been Super Bowl quarterbacks. Now, they didn't win the Super Bowl, and last year they didn't get there. They lost in the NFC Championship. And so they decided they were going to go with the future. JJ, I'm with you. I didn't think they needed to give up all that capital and move up and get Trey Lance. But obviously what they see in Trey Lance is somewhere between Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen and Lamar. And, I mean, right? They must see that. and they see it every day, and you and I don't. So I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you Trey Lance isn't going to be everything they tell us he is, but I've seen the guy play 6 games in 1,012 days or something, and I haven't even seen him, right? Because he played most for North
Then
Dakota
he's
State.
never going to work for this team because they do not have the patience to sit there and let
therein
a
lies the
young
thing.
quarterback grow.
Yeah. So
And that is why it doesn't matter. Like, you can say, oh, I don't like to see it. No, you love to see it. People are happier that Jimmy Garoppolo is the quarterback of this team.
well,
and they
Niner
are
fans are.
they're the same team the last few years. When he's healthy, they have that a team like you figure they can compete for this division.
Yep.
He was fine. Like, Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't do anything to blow your socks off, and the last Niner fan just told you that. Don't lose the game.
But he doesn't do anything.
And
to
I
blow
don't
your
think
socks
that's
off
ever
either way.
going to win you a championship.
Well, so let's go down the list of guys. Did the Eagles win that way? They won their championship that way, right?
No, they didn't.
With Nick Foles and Carson
Dude had to
Wentz?
be the MVP of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but
Jimmy Garoppolo could never do that.
I don't know that that's right. I mean, he of one game? Could he not be the MVP of one game? Sure, he could be.
Jimmy Garoppolo throwing for like 400 yards, that ain't happening.
I mean, just throw the ball to Debo and let him run forever. But then Debo would be the guy. I'm trying to think of Super Bowl champions without a dynamic quarterback of recent. I mean, you can go back to Mark Rippon. You can go back to, I don't think Doug Williams was dynamic. Brad Johnson, some of those guys. Can it be done with a dynamic defense like they've got? But you said something really
Well, the year
right.
the Eagles won, it was more their defense and their running game.
And
Right.
and
that's
before
kinda what this
Carson
is.
Wentz got hurt, he was in the MVP
Carson
conversation.
Wentz was, yeah. But he went down mid-season. It was like October. Yeah. It was in L.A. when he dove into the end zone, and it was October. You said something right on patience. A team that's built like this, I was real surprised. Now, they were going to have the patience, I think, JJ, until he got hurt. I was surprised that they were going to go with it. What's the right way for a quarterback to break in? Is it Joe Burrow with a really bad team that's going to have patience? Is that what the right answer is? Right? Is it Tua? Is it, I mean, throw a guy who's ready. The thing with Trey Lance, he was so, or is, I don't even want to say was, he is so unseasoned. He is so raw. He has played such little competitive football and even less competitive football at a high level that you are going solely on combine tape and what you see in practice and workouts. And so that's going to take patience. And with a roster built like that, were they really going to have the patience? No, the word you used is perfect. Excuse me. Patience. With that roster, it's kind of crazy. We'll talk about that, man, because the Niners looked pretty good last night. Tell you more about the Rams or the Niners last night?
I think the Rams.
I agree.
Because with the Niners, they were going to get that room of let Jimmy G get a whole week under his belt working with the starters, back to doing what you expect. But just a couple big plays the Rams gave up in the first half. I'm not as sold on them defensively as we have been in the past. The best hit was Bobby Wagner taking out the dude that ran on the field.
No doubt. That was awesome, by the way.
I think Jalen Ramsey's the most overrated cornerback in the NFL. And
It has been for 2 years.
you're seeing that at times because they weren't asking him to lock up Debo Samuel. I mean, he wasn't locking up some dynamic receiver, and he was getting upset at Brandon Ayuk.
Yep. Who was eating his lunch, by the way? Yeah, I
think the Rams are close. I think they're a playoff level team. They're not a Super Bowl team.
I think that's all right. All of that. All right, 505-246-0610. When we come back, maybe Jerry Kill. We're gonna try to get a hold of the New Mexico State football coach. They're on their bye week, coming off a 21-7 loss to Florida International last week. If not, I want to get more into some NFL stuff. We are going to get into some baseball as we never got into. Did you watch the Mets and Braves this weekend at all? Catch any of what happened? If you're a baseball fan at all,
The amazing Mets.
or the amazing Braves, the defending champs, they were pretty amazing. Phillies are back in the playoffs, and Aaron Judge is still chasing that magical 62. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, A. Marie, and Adrian. Merry Tuesday to you. Thank you for being with us this morning on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
21-7 Aggies lose at home to Florida International last week. Next up, they get the Lobos next Saturday. You going down for that?
No.
Because you got to do the pregame show from here? Then the halftime show?
Yeah, it would be figuring out how to do the postgame.
Yeah. All right. 505-246-0610 if you want to get in today. All right, so the Rams lose last night to the Niners. Final was 24-9. I agree with JJ. I think it says more about the Rams than it does about the Niners, and that's not taking anything away from the Niners. The Niners are good. I think we knew they were pretty good. I think we expect you're going to give time to Jim Garoppolo to get settled. The guy didn't have a playbook. The guy wasn't practicing with the team. Yeah, he didn't look good last week. But give him some time to run with the ones and actually get settled and realize, hey, he's your quarterback. I think he's going to be fine. He was 16 for 27 yesterday for 239. Touchdown, didn't turn the ball over. Threw the ball to Deebo Samuel 6 times. How about the workout Cooper Kupp got? So Matthew Stafford threw 48 passes. Was sacked 7 times, so he dropped back 55 times. JJ, they dropped back to throw 55 times. They ran the ball 18 times. 55 times through 48. Of his 48, 33 of those attempts went to Cooper Kupp or Tyler Higbee.
Yeah, and that's on Matthew Stafford. That's on Sean McVay.
Yeah.
How do you open up that offense? How do you figure out what's the best way to try to get the offensive line pushing forward, trying to get Cam Akers or Darrell Henderson involved, because they're not a great run blocking offensive line. But you got to find a way to take some pressure instead of just show me plays. Like, they're running the football just to get stopped for a yard. They weren't running the football to do anything else in that game. And Allen Robinson.
So
you have to figure out how to open up this offense. You're not going to stop throwing to Cooper Kupp, but you got to get Matthew Stafford more confident in being a quarterback and not just force-feeding Cooper Kupp.
So last year, you're saying what's the difference, right? They were Super Bowl champions last year. They were pretty dynamic offensively. What's the difference? And there's a couple things. They had Robert Woods for the majority of the season last year, along with Van Jefferson. Robert Woods is now in Tennessee. Van Jefferson is on the injured list. And then they got Odell. And Odell made a difference. And Odell, I think a lot of people in the offseason felt that Allen Robinson would come in. And I felt like this, and I think you did too, and fill one of those roles. Maybe even the Odell role, right? I mean, you got a real number 2. You got a wide receiver who's been a number 1 wide receiver in this league, and that was going to come in and I don't know if it's on him, if it's on Stafford, if it's on the offensive staff. I don't know who it's on. But the bottom line is, as good as Cooper Kupp is, you're going to get him broken, right? At some point, you're going to get him broken. 14 for 122, you threw at him 19 times. And Tyler Higbee's a nice tight end, and if you had him in a PPR league, you killed it last night. But that's not going to get it done. And to me, that's the difference.
Yeah, you're down not just 1, but 2 guys that were in the rotation.
Yes.
But
really 3.
Robinson shouldn't be this bad.
I agree with that.
It shouldn't be. Like, there should be more of an effort instead of just, let's throw him a fade every 11 plays.
When we get down to the goal line. It's really 3. Now, Odell came right about when Robert Woods got hurt. But those are 3 big parts of what you were last year. Robert Woods was a big part of that offense till he got hurt. Odell was gigantic till he got hurt in the Super Bowl. Van Jefferson was way better than anybody wants to give him credit for. Way more important to that offense. So that's where they are. So here we are at the end of week 4. Almost essentially a quarter of the way through the NFL season, which is crazy. Halfway through the college football season, which is even more bonkers to me. And so it's all said and done. There's a number of things that went down. First of all, how did we not talk about DK Metcalf's break the other day?
Potty break.
Couldn't trust the walk, the clinch.
He couldn't trust the clinch. He had to get a ride to the locker room because he had to go number 2.
When you got to go, you got to go.
100% right. And when you got the stomach issue and you got the rhea, I don't know what pregame meal was, and look, there's bugs going around, and it happens. I mean, that would have been embarrassing. That would have been a problem. The best sideline report is when they went back to her. Remember, did you watch that game, or have you seen it? It was Chris Myers on that game on Fox. And, DK Metcalf has gone off. Let's go down. But he's back on the field. Let's go down to, I don't remember who it was, and get the report. She's like, well, Chris, everything seems to be fine. Talked to some people on the Seahawks sideline, and DK just had a bathroom break, had a little bathroom emergency, and he's fine and ready to go. Back to you.
You know his diet, right?
Candy.
Eats 3 bags of candy a day, 1 coffee, and consumes 1 full meal.
Yeah, he eats 1 meal.
1
a
meal,
day.
and what that's his diet.
And
So,
bags. What kind of candy is it? Candy
it's mostly
corn?
Skittle gummies,
Skittle gummies, gummy worms, that kind of stuff. Not candy corn.
not candy corn.
I mean, what is it in Seattle? Was it Marshawn, right, with the Skittles in Seattle?
Yeah, like the Skittles.
All right. I mean, I lived up that way. I guess I ate my share of candy. It's one of the most amazing stories. And then Bobby Wagner's hit, by the way, yesterday. It wasn't really a streaker, right? The guy had pants on?
Wasn't a streaker. It's
Some guy out there with smoke bomb, thought he was at a soccer game?
promoting something. They're trying to go viral.
They never show that stuff, by the way.
Yeah, you have to find the pictures after the fact.
They showed it on the ManningCast.
Manning wanted them to show it again, but they didn't.
Right. They showed it once on the ManningCast, which was something. All right. I want to talk about something that I'm interested to see what Cowboy fan thinks. So we've talked a lot about Cooper Rush and the Cowboys being 3-1 and undefeated with Cooper Rush in for Dak Prescott and should he play when they beat the Rams this weekend. Mike McCarthy gets hit after every loss. It's Mike McCarthy's fault. Mike McCarthy deserve a little bit of credit here for keeping this thing together and keeping Cooper Rush on the path and winning without Dak Prescott, because I'm going to tell you, he, after a quarter of the season, might be one of the 3 front runners for Coach of the Year.
You have to say it. Cowboy fans want to blame Mike McCarthy, want to blame Jerry Jones. Got no one to blame right now. Jerry Jones fell in love with Cooper Rush for a reason, y'all. Mike McCarthy, Kellen Moore, they've got a system in place that's working for Cooper Rush. He's not turning the football over. He's been able to hit plays downfield. It gets real, and this is what you want to see coming up. Is all right. What is this all about for the Dallas Cowboys? Because their schedule, you're going to see some good teams.
Look at the Rams and Eagles next. I don't know if the Rams are
They can
really
beat the
good.
Rams.
Yeah.
So it comes down to the Eagles. And by the Philadelphia game, where is Dak Prescott?
Dak will be back by that.
That feels more of the return of Dak, that game. But if Cooper Rush goes out there and beats the Rams, I don't know if the Cowboys are going to want Dak back for a while.
Well, they will.
He's going to start, but all of a sudden you're hearing the what ifs. Well, Cooper Rush is doing this. Dak does too much of that. I don't know. Cooper Rush is so good over here, and then Dak struggles here.
Follow the money, because he's your guy. But can we give Mike McCarthy a little credit? I know that's not popular. I know you guys hate him. I know you want him out. You're ready for Sean Payton and everything that he is or he isn't. And I'm not telling you it's going to continue. But for the last 3 weeks, I mean, it was over. Remember that look after the game? It was a Sunday night game, I think. The first game of the year was a Sunday night. And it was afterwards when the trainer came up and told him that Dak's down, and that look on his face. It was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. You're like, they're done. Well,
Yeah, at that moment, Mike McCarthy was probably like, well,
all of us.
Maybe I can make it through this season. I don't. Jerry doesn't really fire coaches in season.
No.
Start getting my things in order. Figure out what we're going to do in the off season.
Get paid.
And then all of a sudden,
Cooper Rush.
undefeated.
Cooper Rush. Jared, good morning.
Good morning, guys. I was just sharing what my go-to place is in the event of a breakfast burrito or latte sneak attack.
Yeah.
I find that the Marriott Pyramid is the optimal place to go. If you try to go over to Target, the stalls might be full. If you go into Lowe's, they might be cleaning them or they're dirty. And again, they might be full. But the Marriott Pyramid is always held up, has always come through for me. It's always been empty. I park the car, run in, walk to the foyer. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever. Acknowledge everyone. And then uncomfortably acknowledge them when I leave.
On the way out. Yeah.
10 minutes later.
Yeah. All right. Marriott Pyramid. Keep that in mind.
Thank you.
And it's accessible. See? So you're having a little breakfast burrito emergency.
The more you know.
Yeah. I got story. I can't share my stories with that. The Pueblo Smoke Shop, though, over there by Sandia Casino once. Oh. Yeah, we're eating this morning. All right. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Cowboy fan? Huh? Are you ready to give Mike McCarthy un poquito credit? Just a little? I think you should. What do you know after the first 4 weeks of the season? We'll get into that now. When we come back, baseball playoffs are going to start this week, and there's been some stuff going on in Major League Baseball. We're going to get there when we return. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Traffic on Central.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
All right, going to get into some baseball here a little bit. Bad break for the Broncos. Javonte Williams out for the season. I don't know what you thought about your club, and Tony's going to tell you what he thinks about your club, but that's a huge blow to them offensively. I think he's their best offensive weapon.
He's one of the most explosive players in the league when it comes to yards after contact, breaking tackles. It's an average offensive line, and when you were looking at the rotation, you were hoping that Javonte Williams could really spark the run games, take some pressure off. I thought Russ Wilson was solid. On Sunday, it wasn't an offensive problem for the Broncos. It came down to the fact that the Raiders destroyed them on the ground, over 200 yards rushing. You're really unfortunate to lose him for the season, and you on a short week, have to figure out how fast can Melvin Gordon figure things out.
And hold on to the football.
Does the team trust him? Does he trust himself? Because it's that or Mike Boone, and those are your options.
Can't hold on to the football.
It's the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah. Yep. Hello, Tony.
Good morning. Let's stop with the whole, the Raiders destroyed them on the ground. They didn't destroy them on the ground. Jacobs had 2 big runs. Take away those 2 big runs, and he's at like 110 yards. Let's stop that already, okay? And it wasn't a defensive thing. It was our offense just sucked royally. We had 8 holding calls. We couldn't hold on to the ball, which led to a Raider picked up the fumble and they took it into the end zone. So that right there, that was everything. That right there was everything. It wasn't, Russell. He turned it on way too late. He had a decent game. He didn't have a good game. He had a decent game. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the fact of the play calling is like not letting him do his thing earlier, but it's getting frustrating, man. It really is. And our best offensive player is Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton's a beast, man. He is a legitimate beast. Javonte Williams is a very, very good player. What are we going to do now when we have to rely on Melvin Fumble Gordon and Mike Boone? Like, my God, man, it's going to be maybe Terrell Davis can come out of retirement and play for a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. And the best place for the burrito emergency has got to be Walgreens. You can lock the doors. They still have music in there. So
I didn't know that. All right.
Oh yeah. Oh sure. As a person who has had to stop at Walgreens before.
Parking's got to be tougher at Walgreens, though, huh? I mean, I would think the Pyramid has got better.
Huh?
I would think the Pyramid's got more accessible parking and less traffic, to get through.
I don't know, man, but do they have music?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because Walgreens got music, you gotta have a little music, a little entertainment while you're in there. So,
all right.
But that's it. And as far as Cowboy fans are concerned, them delusional people, they ain't gonna give anybody credit. They will never ever give anybody credit. Right now, it's all about Cooper. If let's just say Dak comes back and puts together 2-3 games, oh my God, Dak's the greatest thing again. And so I just smile and nod.
That's all you can do. All right, man. Later.
That's it. Have a good day.
All right. So, I believe, and I think it's the right thing, that Dak Prescott's going to play. I don't think this week, but next week. I think they go one more week, just keep him out. And I think Cooper Rush is going to beat the Rams this week. So the right thing to do is you go back to your starting quarterback, right? You say, attaboy, Coop. By the way, who's the most valuable Cooper this year in the NFL?
Rush.
More so than Cup?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's right. And then you say you did your job. Thanks, Coop. Go back to work. Here's your clipboard, right? This is easy.
Yes.
I mean, it's easy. And then they're going to lose to the Eagles, and you're going to go, oh, God, they should have kept Cooper Rush in there, and Dak threw an interception, and because that's how it's going to play. You think I'm wrong on this?
No.
I mean, and that's how it should play, by the way. And at some point, the Eagles are going to lose. Look, they may beat the Eagles. Eagles aren't going undefeated. The Eagles are nice. I don't think they're dominant nice. Do you?
Yes.
You think they are?
Yes.
Really?
Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
There's no question left. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
They have a good running game
They're nice.
because it comes from Hurts, and then it comes from Sanders. Defensively, they're very good.
Okay. I think they're nice. I don't know that I think they're dominant nice. I think
Who's better than them in the NFC?
I don't know that I know that I don't think anybody in the
As
NFC.
of now, I will call the Philadelphia Eagles a dominant football team.
All right. I haven't believed in Tampa Bay all year. I haven't believed in them all year. And I haven't believed in the Rams. Niners might be. Who's better than them in the NFC? Nobody. Nobody. Now, that doesn't mean I think they're dominant, but I just don't think there's any. I could give you. I think the Bills were better. I think. I know you don't buy the Chiefs as much as I do, but I think the Chiefs might be better. But that might be it. What point you put the Chargers back in place? They just beat the Texans. I mean, they look really good beating the Texans. Ooh,
they're on hold.
You don't believe in the Chargers.
Of course I don't. Do you?
They're on hold. 'Cause 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 they're because they went out, they handled their business.
Yeah.
Good job, good effort.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
When they start playing teams again?
Better opponent. Herbert, looks like they're managing him well throughout the week. Pain starts to come down.
Who do I get? They get, where are they this week? I don't even see them. All right, Eagles and Cardinals on the road. It's in Arizona. I don't believe in the Cardinals. So that's where the Eagles go. Broncos are playing on Thursday night this week.
By the way, I think whatever
How bad
I
is
would
that
say
game?
about the Broncos, Tony would say the opposite regardless.
All right. How bad is that game Thursday night?
Because
though?
the Raiders only had 5.6 yards per carry. And, if you take away a long run, no, that happened. You can't take away the long run. And the fact they converted 50% of the third downs did the Las Vegas Raiders.
No Jonathan Taylor, no Javonte Williams.
What's wrong with Jonathan Taylor?
Well, he might not start on Thursday.
What's wrong
It's
with him?
questionable. His ankle.
I hate these Thursday
They're
games.
more optimistic than they were on Sunday.
Okay.
Taylor.
We had this conversation a little bit with the Tua conversation. It'll never happen because there's so much money. I don't know who it was that said it. One of the players said it. I've been saying it for a long time. Thursday games are so wrong. First of all, they screw up your fantasy football, so that's one thing.
Are you saying, is that like across the board?
So,
or should you have a bye week if you play Thursday game?
That would be smart.
On the back end?
No, on the
On
front.
front end.
On the behind it, right?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So behind it's the front?
Yeah.
Smart.
Right?
Whatever.
Before?
Yeah, behind. Okay. Before, yeah.
So you don't play that Sunday?
I don't know how you do that. I don't know. It would have to be a second bye week. There'd have to be 2 bye weeks, which would be fine. That's fine. And that's the way to do it. Because
Are you okay with Fridays?
No, why?
For college football?
I don't like it. No, I don't like it. I mean, I know why it is. No, I don't like it. I don't like Thursday. No, I don't. I mean, it's there because we eat it and we feast on it and we watch it. We love it. And it makes them a lot of money. Thanksgiving is one thing. I've always thought, now it's cleaned up over the years. I think that they've somehow figured it out. I would always bet the home team on Thursday night, right? Remember, I mean, when this thing started about, X number of years ago, the games were sloppy. They were always sloppy. And the road team was just getting killed. I think they've cleaned it up. They somehow figured this out. They've got a routine down. I think the games have gotten better and they're more entertaining. But to listen to players say, look, man, our bodies aren't ready. I don't think they care. I had college football on Thursday, and I think for the most part, when teams play on Thursday, they don't play the week before on Saturday, for the most part. You can go back and look. I'm sure there's a few exceptions, but for the most part, I think that's how it is. Okay? Not on Fridays. Friday's different.
No, the Aggies did that this year.
No, I said, yeah, for the most part. I know they did that this year. Remember Jerry was saying that never happens, that never happens. It kind of got me looking back. I'm like, wow, usually they have a bye. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Aggies did, but Minnesota didn't. It'll never go away. The Players Union is going to, I don't even know if they're going to get behind it. Do you think they will?
No, that's it.
It's sailed, right? Amazon's bought this package. I mean, what do you got? Do you like the Thursday games? Do you need them? They kind of get in the way.
I don't need them.
They kind of get in the way for me.
But I definitely agree with you. The team's playing off a short week.
I loved the college football on Thursday. And then the NFL kind of moved in and took over, and that's fine. That's their thing.
College football is kind of feels like they're trying to take over Friday.
Yeah, because it's there for them. And they're going to be like 3 games every Friday night now?
Yeah. Well, because you used to maybe get a marquee Thursday game in college, and then it's just kind of like now it's just a game. And then some of the better matchups, due to television, they can put them on a Friday night, get a good conference game going.
So, for instance, okay, this week on Thursday, and I get a Wednesday game this week. Why do I get a Wednesday?
Is it Maction? What do we got going on?
SMU UCF. How does that even make sense to me?
Is it I think that might be a weather change.
It's got to be a weather change.
Yes.
All right, so I got 4 games on Friday this week. And you're right. I mean, nothing's great. I mean, there's one game that excites us, and it's only because we're here. Nobody else cares. Nebraska Rutgers do anything for you?
No.
Houston Memphis is a decent American Conference game. That's a good AAC game, right? Colorado State Nevada, how bad is it? The only thing you want to see is Jay Norvell going back to Reno.
Yeah.
And then for us around here, UNLV San Jose State. UNLV playing a second straight Friday, but that's what you're getting on Friday. All right. I mean, is that going to keep you away from Balloon Glow on Friday night? Probably not, right?
Weather pending.
How about that?
Why didn't they just do this a week earlier?
Right? I mean, the weather was perfect, was it not?
It happens every year.
I know.
Every single year.
I know. I know I teased you some baseball. We're going to talk about it when we come back because the playoffs are starting this week, and it's pretty exciting, some of the stuff that's been going on. It's pretty amazing. Ballparks have been filled. The passion in the – if you didn't see the Mariners getting into the playoffs last week, that was something special. What the Braves did to the Mets over the weekend was something really spectacular. There's fun baseball going on. It's going to get even better over the next few weeks. We'll get into that a little bit when we get back. I ask you a lot who's watching your home. And I hope it's the good guys and not the bad guys. Look, the bad guys are out there, and you know property crime is increasing. You know that the officer shortage continues to be a real issue. And so IPS is filling that gap. It's private security. It's affordable private security for homes and businesses. I've had IPS watch my home for years. It gives us a sense of security. When we go away, they do extra checks. If the alarm goes off, they show up within 5 to 7 minutes with highly trained armed guards. They offer you trained guards or 24-hour patrols. Aaron Jones is passionate about here. He owns this business, started it 16 years ago, lives in Albuquerque, he's from Albuquerque, and wants to make our city a better place to live and work. Committed to Albuquerque and to your protection, call IPS, see what they can do for you. 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420 or online at ipsglobal.com.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Try Wendy's new home-style French.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Evergard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman.
Baseball season is coming to a close, and most things are settled. The National League East is, well, was, and I guess still is, the thing that was up in the air and headed into last weekend's series in Atlanta. The Mets had a lead, as they have all season, on the Braves. Braves sweep the Mets, and as we sit here today, with 2 games left for the Braves, 3 games left for the Mets. The Braves have a 1.5 game lead. Their magic number is 1. They have the tiebreaker over the Mets. The advantage is one team, the team that does not win the division, will have to play the wild card round, and that'll be against the Padres. And the other team will get the 3-4 days off and then host, have home field advantage in the American League, or in the National League Division Series. Mets have been the team all year, JJ, and what happened in Atlanta was emotional all weekend. It was a playoff crowd. The place was going bonkers all weekend long. And let's not forget that the Braves are the defending champions, that they have won 100 games. And with all the talk about the Dodgers and the Yankees and a little bit about the Astros, the Braves are still the defending champions. The Braves are really good, and they're playing terrific baseball heading into October.
That was stunning,
yeah,
what they did over the weekend. They just crushed the hearts of Mets fans all over the place, because they go from, this is our year, Jacob deGrom, Max Scherzer, you want to mess with us in the postseason, let's go, to, oh, here we go again. It's what the Mets do.
It was something.
They didn't eliminate him from the playoffs, just for the time being.
No.
Slid into the division lead.
Which is a big deal. It's having to play 3 more games. And they beat deGrom, they beat Scherzer.
And if you go in there, if you're the Mets, you lining up deGrom and Scherzer.
Yeah.
And then, all right, you win those games.
It's over.
but then it affects you right into the divisional series.
Then it's over. One of the coolest moments, and I've always had an affection for the Mariners. I think you know that. I spent 5 years in Washington State. I covered the Mariners when it was Griffey and Edgar Martinez and Randy Johnson and Jay Buhner, and just a really, really fun, exciting time. Kind of cut my teeth there. And so I've always had an affection for them. They had a 21-year playoff drought. One of the coolest things I have seen, and I think, JJ, was it Friday night? Cal Raleigh. You may not know who Cal Raleigh is, but Cal Raleigh came up and hit a home run in the ninth, a walk-off home run, to put the Mariners in the playoffs for the first time in 21 years, and that place went freaking bonkers. If you've not seen it, I'm going to guess if you're a sports fan, you probably have seen it. If you haven't, go find it. The highlight, is that as good a highlight as you've seen? I mean, just emotion-wise, there's been better plays. But as far as just give you a chills moment, is that as good as you've seen? And maybe not.
It's up there.
If you're not that into the Mariners, maybe you're
Yeah,
like,
just as a sports fan, you appreciate the moment. Your first playoff game they'll play since 2001.
21 years. Yeah. It was the longest drought in Major League Baseball for a team to not be in the playoffs. And Cal Raleigh hits this home run right down the right field line, just inside the fair pole, and Scott Servais would just go nuts.
Well, baseball got this right.
It seems like
it was changed. It was different. People didn't like it. Like, oh, you're taking away from baseball. It's sacred to make the playoffs. It's still hard to make the playoffs. But what I like about it is it's a 3-game wild card series. So you're still getting an essence of you have to play a series.
Now it's in one location. There's no travel. It's all going to be like the Padres.
So I like that. Like, so there's emphasis on you're still going to get rewarded for winning more games than everyone else.
Yeah.
You're not going to have this weird 2 games here, fly here series. It's all right. You're in the postseason. You're essentially playing a weekend series to advance to the divisional round. 3 games at your place. If you want enough, let's go.
Seattle's got some special fans. Some of my favorite in-person moments were in Seattle. So when Raleigh hits that home run, they're there on the field for 10 minutes, right? And then I guess they went in the clubhouse and they had a big, wild clubhouse celebration, spraying champagne everywhere. And then an hour later, the stands were still full. People were still in that stadium, and the team went back outside and celebrated on the field with the fans. And Scott Servais, the manager, grabbed the microphone. He said, "We did it. These players are behind our special. They care. They care about winning the right way. They care about representing the city of Seattle." And the place just went nuts. An hour later, like, I want you to think about,
it's like,
where you
encore,
right?
Encore.
Totally. The band came out and played 3 more songs. Like, if you're from LA, you left in the 7th inning anyway. That never happens. If you from New Mexico, you probably never went. So there was no celebration.
Make it out of the parking lot.
Yeah, exactly. This is, I tell you, because it's important, right? Why are crowds big? It's not only because teams win, although that's a big part of it, but it's important. And the Mariners have been important up there. In '95, I know this might be a lifetime ago for many of you, but I was there when it was their first ever playoff. And that town in the old Kingdome went silly. Just went silly. They beat the Angels in a 1-game playoff to get to the playoffs. They beat the Yankees in the division series. Game 5 walk-off. Edgar Martinez doubled down the line. Ken Griffey scoring from first in the 11th. This was one of the coolest things I've seen. Look out for Seattle. Seattle could be fun. It looks like they're going to play Toronto up in Canada in the wild card. The winner's going to get the Yankees. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Got some college football to talk about. Transfer portal's a thing, man, and week 4 was a magic number for transfer portal. Why it's so different now and who's being affected, it's on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Caster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Man, the text line is just filled with emergency restrooms. Somebody hit me last week. You never know where the show's going to go. Nope, you're right. Opening drive, Jeff, JJ, Amory, and Adrian. Jared called in earlier with his go-to. I got an emergency. You got to drop a deuce. Just had a breakfast burrito bomb, and then Tony came in. I don't know. Tony likes Walmart over the Pyramid because of the music, but the Pyramid just feels much more accessible, doesn't it? Parking, less people to weave through. I mean, I don't know.
Marriott's really random.
It is. But it makes sense, doesn't it? The text line says DK Metcalf with a great road win. And thank you, Jerry, the Pyramid, and Tony for Walgreens. I'll add the Embassy Suites lobby is also very SoFi Stadium-like for Charger games. for those key road victories. All right, so he's on the Embassy Suites. Text line says, emergency bathroom going wise, one being carted off makes sense as walking aggravates the bowels and speeds up the processing of things. Interestingly, having to. All right, that must be a doctor. Maybe the trainer advised DK to take the ride. Text line says, downtown Soho, go Mariners. Yep. All right, 505-246-0610. Good morning to you. Opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, A. Marie, and Adrian. Glad you're with us on a morning after the Niners pantsed the Rams up at Levi's Stadium. See what I did there? Pantsed with the Levi's. They beat the Rams and dominated the Rams 24-9. Dare I say the Niners are better than the Rams? If right now, all right, so going into the season, who's your favorite to win the West? Did you have the Niners or the Rams? I think we all had the Rams because we thought Trey Lance was the quarterback, right?
No, I have the Niners.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I picked the Cardinals.
Okay.
You picked the Cardinals?
Yeah.
I wrote all our lists down there somewhere. I'll find it.
Now, are we all in the Niners? After week 4? The Rams aren't done. Rams are going to win games. Rams are going to make the playoffs, I do believe. There's enough games against Seattle and the Rams are going to be all right. But the Rams aren't a Super Bowl contender to me.
We're not talking about Seattle winning the division.
Because they're not
2-2.
They're
2-2.
Yeah, but they're not that good. No, they beat Denver and they won a shootout. How about Geno putting up 48 though? Like we haven't talked about that at all.
Busted everyone's Cinderella team, the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, and they've got more wins than the Lions. Lions are going to score points, and Jared Goff's going to be a good.
That was impressive. Without DeAndre Swift, Amon-Ra St. Brown were out.
Yeah. I may pick up Jared Goff as a fantasy quarterback.
I like the play calling over there.
Look, they're aggressive. They just can't stop anybody. They went out and got Aiden Hutchinson, but he can only do so much. They can't cover anybody in the secondary. They can't get at the quarterback. I mean, Geno ate their lunch.
They've given up the most points in football. Have the Detroit Lions.
Crazy.
Who do you believe in
They've
more
scored a
as
lot of points,
fantasy
too.
quarterback? Neither team is winning. Fantasy quarterback, Geno or Jared Goff?
It depends on the game.
So it's a week-to-week thing.
Because I played Geno this weekend.
Good call. So who'd you play this week? Oh, you played
Cooper Rush
instead of Russell Wilson.
I did.
How'd that work out?
Well, Russell Wilson had a good fantasy game, but I'm still sticking with Cooper Rush. I like this.
Even if he doesn't play?
The mojo.
Well, I'm not going to play him if he doesn't play. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm glad I picked him up.
All right. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. All right, going into the break, I teased this a little bit. I want to talk about the transfer portal. So you may have seen there was a story. SMU, who plays tomorrow night, right? They play that game against UCF. They have up to 4, maybe more players who are going to sit out and transfer. And why is week 4? Well, 4 games in. I mean, we're more than 4 weeks in. But why is this so significant? Because of the red shirt rule that if you play 4 games or less, and you've not yet used your red shirt, you can use your red shirt. What is a red shirt? That means you keep the year of eligibility. So if you're a sophomore and you play in 3 games or 4 games, and you don't play anymore, you red shirt, you are still a sophomore. You don't use up your year of eligibility. And now with the 1 free transfer, guys can play 3 games. It's not working. Play 4 games. It's not working. I'm done. See you, coach. Hank Bachmeier did it. He was the quarterback at Boise State. He was a 3-year starter at Boise State, right, JJ?
Yeah, when he wasn't injured.
But he was a starter. A grad transfer now. Bachmeier can enter the portal. He'll play immediately. Last year, Charlie Brewer left Utah after they started 1-2. He went to Liberty. He's their starting quarterback at Liberty. You might remember Derek King sat out 2019, went to Miami. He joined, actually, Rhett Lashley, who's now the coach at SMU, who's losing all these players. So this is a real thing. I'm not asking you to feel sorry for anybody. I'm just pointing it out. So SMU is going to play tonight against UCF in a American Athletic Association game. It was pushed back by the Hurricane, and they're going to be down players. That's the way it is. Do you? I don't know. It's all within the rules. Do you find this to be an unintended consequence, or do you think, you know what, this is just how it is? Like players can do this and they can try it out for 3-4 games? Because I like it for the aspect of young players, right? I hearken back constantly to Bryson Carroll's freshman year. Bryson Carroll was a freshman backup quarterback at UNM. Who was the quarterback that day?
Gerhardt.
All right. Well, I'll go with that. Toby Gerhardt. And Lobos were playing at Tulsa. Quarterback got hurt with about under a minute to go in the first half. And there was no other backup quarterback. Bob Davie put Bryson Carroll in for 2 plays. They ran a play, and then he took a knee. And then Gerhardt was fine coming out of the locker room, and Bryson Carroll did not play another snap all season. So he went in and took 2 snaps at the end of a half in a game in September and lost a year of eligibility. And I thought it was criminal. I thought it was such an injustice to the young man. I thought it was a bad move by Bob. I mean, everything about it was against the spirit of what college football should be, right?
Yeah.
And now, and they appealed. The Lobos appealed the NCAA. They lost the appeal. And then like a year later, literally like a year later, they instilled this rule where you can play 4 full games. Now, I don't know if they ever appealed again to get, I mean, he could come up. He played last year. He started 2 games for you last year. But I thought it was just such a, remember how bad that was? I felt horrible for that young man in that situation. Do you think this is abuse of the situation? Do you think this is what it's intended to be? Are you
it probably is even across the board.
Yeah.
Of players that, young guys that get some playing time, stick around and get a redshirt year versus guys that go into the portal after 4 games. Because I know that coaches would like to see this in their sport.
Like in basketball, you could play how many games?
Just give them a couple games. Because
in basketball, you play once.
That's
you're done,
still
right?
you check into a game.
You burned your year.
You Bryson Carrolled it.
Yeah, and Bryson Carroll becomes a verb. You burned your year. Do you think coaches would want that?
Yes.
I mean, because realistically, you could have a guy who plays 3 games and says, you know what, I'm not playing enough. You know, I'm under my 7-game threshold or whatever. Peace out. It's December. I'm leaving.
Okay, and then you wouldn't play him anyway.
Yeah, but you'd want to develop for your program.
But he's not playing, so he'd leave anyway.
Right.
So you're not winning that.
Yeah, I see where you are. I don't know if I hate that. I just don't know that I like. I'm testing it out. I don't know why I don't like it. I guess you could just bail out if the season's not going right. You could just bail. I think we're giving them so many reasons, so many ways to bail. But you're okay with it all? You're down with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know that I am. I don't know that I love it. But it is what it is, and it kind of goes back to that whole. You're 4-year seniors, 5-year seniors. Good luck with that, because I'm not sure you're getting that anymore. By the way, Paul Chryst got fired at Wisconsin. Hey, Marie, did you see how much he's getting to walk away?
How much?
$11 million for Paul Chryst.
Bad day. What a day.
Colorado file Carl Durrell. JJ, I want to say he's getting like $15 million to walk away.
Jeez.
I mean, I've been fired before. And I mean, I got a couple. I'm just telling you, it wasn't that. What's the best job open? Arizona State, Wisconsin, Colorado. Something else is open.
Nebraska?
Nebraska.
Best job is Wisconsin.
Probably.
Madison's a great town.
Yeah, Madison. It's cold, though. Is Arizona State a good job? It feels like it should be. You know what it feels like to me? When Rocky went to San Diego State and all those years, and I remember him telling me relatively recently, I can't believe that they were so bad all those years. Why can't you recruit to San Diego State? Why can't you recruit to Arizona State? Now, you're competing in the Pac-12 against SC, although you're not going to be anymore. And the UCLA thing's really taken a twist, by the way. I had a conversation. We'll talk about that in the next segment. Why shouldn't Arizona State be a really good program? Why? I mean, they've got good facilities. They're ideal location. I don't get it.
Pretty big party schools. Have some fun.
Feels like it's a good academic school. It's a fun school. It's a great location.
Academics don't win you football games. Jeff.
Obviously not. But remember,
because Stanford would be.
Remember
a
when Rocky
champion.
was here with the Lobos the first time, and he used to talk about San Diego State all the time, and said, "I don't understand." He says they got the best athletes, but they're soft. And then he told me since he's come back, he says it just I don't understand why they couldn't win, why they had such a I'm paraphrasing, right? But why they couldn't win all those years. And it feels to me like Arizona State's somewhat the same way. Why wouldn't they be a consistent winner? Don't they seem to have what they don't have the beach. I got it.
Yeah, attractive power conference school.
Right? I mean, it would feel that way. They don't have the tradition. Well, San Diego State, I mean, did they really? The 10 years that Rocky was there is the best decade in the history of San Diego State football. That's the Don Coryell era. That's the return to glory era of the 80s. Like that. I mean, period. I don't know. That's one I don't get. All right, when we come back, I want to talk a little bit about the UCLA thing. We'll get more into the NFL as well, as we are now 4 weeks through and basically a quarter of the way through the season. So I want your thoughts on where are we? What have you learned? Because what I've learned is there's incredible balance and parity in the National Football League. 505-246-0610. Hey, you're in business. We're all in business. So we all know how important computers and networks and remote access are to everyday success. ABQIT knows it as well. They know that most business owners want to know three things. You want to know your systems work. You want to know your systems are secure. And how much will it cost? ABQIT created a business model with you in mind. They monitor your computers and network. They keep them operating. They watch for any activity that's malicious and protect your operation. And they do it at one predictable monthly cost. So do you currently get several bills? One from the internet provider, one from a cybersecurity company, another when you buy new equipment? ABQIT does it all at one cost. There's no hourly rate or labor billing, no hidden fees or out-of-scope charges, and your rate will be predictable. It will not change. Business owners, take the time. Get a free assessment from ABQIT, and you won't have to worry about computer problems again. Visit abq-it.com. abq-it.com. No more worrying about your computer systems when you do business with ABQIT.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream Style Stucco, combination, your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
All right, so we're looking at the college landscape, and I think we've almost accepted now that USC and UCLA are going to the Big Ten, right? And that the Pac-12 or Pac-10 or Pac, whatever it is trying to hold on. And it's not done yet. And I had a conversation with some people in LA really familiar with this UCLA thing. And it sounds like the Board of Regents, the University of California Board of Regents, may block this move. It's the opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. What would that mean? So the University of California system, UC system, and for those of you not familiar with it, there's the UC system, the University of California system, a big statewide system, and then there's the California State University system, totally different. So UC, for this conversation, is UCLA and the University of California at Berkeley, okay? There's UC Riverside and UC Irvine and UC Santa Cruz and UC San Diego. And then the state system is San Diego State, Fresno State, Long Beach State, right? Cal Poly, those schools, okay? In this situation, the Board of Regents, the University of California Board of Regents, may retain the power to block UCLA's move. We talked about it last week, JJ, the commissioner of the Pac-12, Kliavkoff, went to their meeting and pulled out every stop. I mean, talked about the extra money is going to go to travel, the mental health aspect on the student athlete in regards to the time away from class and all the time traveling, the climate issue, flying across. I mean, right, which is obviously near and dear to their heart. So everything's on the table. Last month, Gavin Newsom, the governor of the state, who evidently is oversees the UC system, demanded an explanation for UCLA's jumping to the Big Ten and expressed his displeasure with the lack of transparency regarding the move. One of the big issues here, JJ, is what it does to Cal. And so there's thoughts here that they may block the move. If they allow the move, they're going to force UCLA to use the extra revenue and share it with Cal, which makes no sense for UCLA. there's a real chance they block this. And then what? Does the Big Ten then decide to invite Stanford and Cal? Because I think then the UC Regents would say, fine, then you can go with your little brother. Or do they say, you know what, bleep you, and we're going to invite Stanford and Oregon and Washington and USC, and all UC schools can stay back home?
I don't think they care about inviting Stanford and Cal.
Well, they get us. Does SC go by themselves?
Why don't you call Oregon?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'd just be those two, Oregon and SC?
Yeah. Stanford does nothing. They're bad at football. They don't care.
Right.
David Shaw can go 0 for 1,000, and they don't care.
So what I'm saying is, but would you then try to stick it to them more? So you Oregon's next.
No, you don't stick it to them more to add more schools and then be like, hey, can we get more money for this because we're adding more schools, but they're schools you don't care about.
All right, so Oregon goes, do you want Washington and you don't want Stanford? Stanford's a brand. Stanford's a Bay Area. It's a big market. Stanford's had their years where they've been good at football. Stanford's a big brand. They like academics. I mean, I'm not telling you they're a football power.
It sounds like they would have gone there earlier.
Yeah, already. Well, they just went for the 2 LA schools. So does that blow the whole thing up? Or
I think at this point, a lot of people are rooting for that because honestly, you're sitting here, talking about the UC system, this or that, and people are like, "What?"
You're right. No, 100%. I agree with you.
Like, I just want to watch my college sports and not have it feel like there's no future.
What do you mean that there's
like
no
just
future?
blowing it up? You have your 4 or 5 power conferences, and they shut the door on everyone else. It feels like we'll still have the Grand Canyon gap, but if the Pac-12 stays together, then it looks more like you expect, and you just deal with them having more money than everyone else.
There's a reporter here was saying that he said, if I would guess what punitive action UC Regents take, UCLA could be required to share a portion of their television revenue to Cal to offset financial damages from a diminished Pac-10 or Pac deal. If Cal joins the Big Ten, that value would be 0, so UCLA should support the Cal Big Ten invite. Is there value to Cal in the Big Ten? And again, to your point, if there was, why would they have gone and done it already?
If there was that much value, they would have. It feels like they would have done something by now to not be in this place where the governor can just start holding things back. They'd be like, all right, let's put it in place. We want these schools that much. They don't want Cal. They don't want Stanford.
See, and to get UCLA, you might have to take Cal, right? And it might be. Stanford is good in all the other sports. I know it's about football. They've been good in football.
Well, the Big Ten cares about basketball, so that's why you'd want UCLA.
I get it. No, look, I get it. So do you take Cal, though, to get UCLA? And I don't see, if you're going to go Stanford and Cal, then you got to
go. Does that put them at 21? Where are they at?
Well, they're at
like what numbers?
16 with SC and UCLA.
So it'd be up to like 19.
Well, they're
to take Cal to get UCLA.
Well, then you go Cal and Oregon, Cal and Stanford, Cal, Oregon, Washington, Stanford, like to get to 20. No, I know, dude. And then it's ridiculously cumbersome. It's clunky. It's awkward. It's uncomfortable. It's unworkable. It makes no sense. And where's SC sitting in this whole thing? Because I've seen nothing about what will SC do. Does SC go by themselves? Does the Big Ten want SC by themselves? And I think George Kliavkoff, the commissioner of the Pac-12, is pushing this thing. Look, by the way, all the power to him for pulling out every stop, from tradition to competition to mental health to economics to climate change. He pulled out, he tried to hit every string in that room. And he did. Look, it's California Regents, climate change, mental health, you're hitting all the, and economy and money. He basically said all the extra money that you're going to make, and he broke it down. You're spending on travel. If you travel charter half the time, here's your extra. If you travel all the time,
then you have to come back and say, all right, what are you giving me then?
The Regents?
No, you go back to Kliavkoff and say, what kind of deal can you negotiate? Because you can get numbers. This whole thing is is these media entities telling these conferences, all right, here's plan A, B, and C.
And here's
and
the
here
answer.
are all the zeros to all of them.
And the answer is getting the Pac-12 network accessible.
Get
So
the
instead of-
answer to that, and you'll answer the question if UCLA will stay.
I know a lot of people don't like this. The ACC network and the SEC network are kind of partnered. Well, not kind of partnered. They're partnered with the ESPN, right? And the Big Ten network, while it's its own network, is accessible. Make the Pac-12 network accessible. Get it on DirecTV. Get it on Dish. Get it on everywhere. That's your answer. Figure it out. It can't not be that hard.
And at this point, it's not. It's like, can you be a part of the Hulu package? But they have that ESPN affiliation, so does that hurt them or something?
Figure it out. Like
YouTube TV, all that stuff.
All of it. Figure it out. If everybody else can do it, you can do it too. But Larry Scott wanted it to be his own thing. We're going to be different. We're going to stand out. We're the Pac-12. Yeah, you are. And now nobody can see you and your league's falling apart. All right, we'll get back to the NFL. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. So Rams get beat by the Niners last night. What does that mean? Got injuries already for next week. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, A-Marie, and Adrian on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
2 accidents in effect.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters.
Well, you might not have been ready for Bailey Zappi. Were you ready for Kenny Pickett? Kenny Pickett, what was the dude's name on Eastbound and Down?
Kenny Powers.
Why do I think of that every time?
Do you feel it?
Such a great show, by the way. It was a great show. It is a great show. Was a great show. Kenny Pickett expected to remain the starting quarterback in Pittsburgh after Mitchell Trubisky was benched. That is according to NFL Media. He'll make his first start. Welcome. You get the Bills. How you feeling, Kenny Pickett? All you did was throw 3 interceptions, but you ran for 2 touchdowns, so you must be the guy.
No, 2 interceptions. Did he throw 3?
No, he threw 3.
He threw 3. Yeah.
Thanks. So they had 4 as a team?
Yes, Mitch Trubisky had 1.
Yeah.
And that was tough because they asked him to throw a Hail Mary at halftime.
That's fine.
That's where it
Still counts. This could be.
I think every interception that was thrown in that game outside of the Trubisky interception
were tipped.
Went through the hands of a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a rough start for him. That Bills defense is real. They're going to be. I mean, let's get at the rookie. This is a tough spot. This is a tough spot for him. But you want to be a starting quarterback in the NFL, kid? Knock yourself out.
It's a tough spot, but it's also one that Mike Tomlin has not handled this well. If you think your offense needs a spark,
yep,
and you know, man, we got to get to Kenny Pickett, you prepare him to be the starter for the Jets game, and then you let him play against the New York Jets before the stretch of Bills, Buccaneers, Dolphins, Eagles, Saints, Bengals.
There's no easy in there. There's none. All right, well, Kenny Pickett's your guy.
Like, that makes no sense to me. Like, going to Kenny Pickett, okay. But in this route, why wasn't it the Jets game? Give him that game.
Yeah, he wasn't ready to make that move yet.
But he was at halftime?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is this Mike Tomlin fumbled this one.
All right.
Now it's Kenny Pickett. Here you go. Tough stretch. But coming off that Browns game, they played Thursday night.
So you had the whole
Get Kenny Pickett ready to play the Jets and say, all right, go, son. It's the NFL.
Let's get you ready.
You're going to be baptized with this schedule. You're a first-round pick for a reason. Let's go. I would have given him that Jets game though to start.
Well, now he gets the Bills. Go win a game, kid. I've not seen anything on the New England quarterback situation. Have you? Mac Jones, Brian Hoyer? Am I looking at Bailey Zappi this weekend?
Possibly.
All right. Here,
It's murky.
Let me run you through.
Bill's going to keep you on your toes.
Day to day.
I mean,
Mac
Bailey
Jones
Zappi.
is not. If it's a high ankle sprain,
Yeah.
Jones isn't playing 2 weeks later.
All right. And Hoyer was a head injury?
And Hoyer is in concussion protocol.
Which
so
the
you
league is gonna
best
be
get
in-
ready
Yeah.
for the pride of Houston Baptist via Western Kentucky, Bailey Zappi.
Against the Detroit Lions.
So was Bailey Zappi the guy that was here when Houston Baptist? No, I'm thinking somebody else. Did he play against Lobos though?
No, because he transferred. Was it head coach OC went to Western Kentucky? And that's where Bailey Zappi went.
Right, I knew that's where he played his senior. Who did
The Lobos opened with Houston Baptist last year.
Who was the quarterback when Liberty came in? The receiver that just retired at 24.
Antonio Gandy Golden.
Went nuts.
Golden
Who
Gandy.
was the quarterback that day? All right, never
I'll
mind.
have to look up.
Yeah. I'm trying to find, so who, the depth chart at quarterback, because the Patriots get the Lions this week. There's nobody
is
behind
gonna be a-
right? There's nobody behind Bailey Zappi.
Yeah, Jacoby Myers is their emergency quarterback.
Well, they're going to have to find
And he was
another
out the last
emergency
2 weeks.
quarterback because, yeah, exactly. He was out the last 2 weeks. So, Mac Jones has a high ankle sprain. Brian Hoyer's in concussion
Yeah, it's
protocol.
Zappy.
So he's starting?
Zappy. As of now, yes.
I'm all about that. Do they sign someone? Do they go? I mean, who's on the scrap heap these days? Johnny Manziel? Like, who the hell's there?
Cam Newton.
Did you say Johnny Manziel?
Yeah, I did. Cam Newton.
They'd bring him back in.
Would they?
Back him up, yeah. Belichick likes Cam Newton.
All right.
Like no one else does.
Fine.
Bill Belichick likes him.
No, go get him. I mean, but they better have somebody because they're getting guys knocked out like crazy. So that's that. All right, Tua's out. He's not playing this week. Thank you. I mean, really? Cordero
Just
Patterson.
in case you were wondering.
4 games.
Cordero Patterson, injured reserve, knee procedure. He's out at least 4 games.
Javonte Williams.
Javonte Williams out for the season.
Yes.
ACL, MCL. He's done for the year. Your guy Jonathan Taylor. So,
It was Stephen Calvert,
who's that?
the Liberty quarterback.
Buckshot.
And they called him Buckshot.
Buckshot. That's I was trying to remember the name. Buckshot.
Before
Calvert.
Malik Willis took over. So Buckshot
That's right.
is the one that took down you.
That was the guy. Buckshot went. Remember that night? Remember how? I mean, it was gruesome around here.
Davey told you, number whatever.
Yeah.
What was he wearing? Number 1?
Number 8 or something. Yeah, number 1. Yeah. That number 8. Yeah. Jonathan Taylor has a chance to play Thursday night. Ankle test negative, so he may play. Daniel Jones, day-to-day ankle injury. Who's their backup? Tyrod, right?
Nope.
No.
Davis Webb?
Or Saquon Barkley.
Tyrod Taylor in concussion protocol as well. He got
Yep.
lit up.
So the NFL is going to be Cooper Rush and Davis Webb and Bailey Zappi and Kenny Pickett, and that's the NFL these days.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater. We're 4 games in. Oh, they're dropping like flies, man. I mean, it's crazy.
Or being sat.
Jahan Dotson, the rookie receiver for the Commanders, hamstring, could be out a week or 2. He's got touchdowns, 4 touchdowns in 4 games. I like
The
him.
lone touchdown against the Cowboys.
I like him a lot. Broncos linebacker, Randy Gregory, anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks, knee surgery. Well, your team is beat up. I mean, your team is just beat up. Tony, it's not JJ's fault.
They're still a 3.5-point favorite on Thursday.
Against the Colts?
Yeah, because, the Broncos are undefeated at home this year.
Never lost.
Never lost.
So, I kind of got to like the Colts on Thursday. With or without Jonathan Taylor? No? Am I nuts?
No, I picked him. And that's not for Homer. I think this is going to be quite a game, Jeff.
I mean, that's...
Defensively.
Yeah. Define a Thursday night offensively challenged team game. Yes. I mean, okay. I think the big news out of all this was Kenny Pickett for the rest of the year. That's the report. The rest of the year is what they're saying. Now, whatever that means, the rest of the year. If you make this change, you've got to be, if you're the Steelers, you got to be willing to say.
Can't go back to Mitchell Trubisky.
Can't go back.
Unless it's injury. And because it's going to be rough. Like, it's going to be rough for the Steelers. I mean, you read off that schedule.
It's like, what do you expect? You draft a young quarterback, grab one of these guys in the first round. It's few and far between that they step in and look fantastic. You're going to have to go through the bumps. The Steelers are not a playoff team right now. Deal with it and let Kenny Pickett play football.
Next 4 weeks, Bills on the road. Buccaneers in that defense, although they got abused this week, but he last I checked, he's not Patrick Mahomes. At the Dolphins, at the Eagles, the Saints, the Bengals. That's what he's got the next 6.
Good defensive teams.
I mean, really?
And who knows? There could be moments where you realize this kid's got something.
That's their hope. But Steeler fan, hang on, because this is something you've not experienced in a long, long time.
2006?
It's been a long, long time.
Roethlisberger took over?
Steeler fan, get ready for a ride.
And all they did was go to the Super Bowl?
Might have been. You think they're going to the Super Bowl this year?
No.
Promise you. I don't make a lot of promises.
The bus is not in the backfield.
Yeah. Although they got Najee Harris, but maybe...
Well, they have weapons.
They're not using them. Where's Claypool
They're not
been?
using them. They have a
Where's
lot of
Deontay
good
Johnson
receivers.
been? All they do is throw to Freiermuth. I mean, they're not getting the ball to anybody.
Yeah. It was Captain Checkdown Mitch Trubisky.
Captain Checkdown.
Kenny Pickett's
Thank you, Captain
mobile.
Checkdown.
I like Jalen Warren, too, their rookie running back.
Okay.
So
Keep feeding them the ball.
And their defense just needs to
It could be a
get it together.
long year in Pittsburgh, boys and
Well,
girls.
TJ Watt's out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a long year.
That changes everything. And he's a one-man wrecking crew. It's like Michael Parsons goes down, you don't feel the same about the Cowboys defense.
Absolutely.
That's that level of talent that you're missing with TJ Watt. But the Steelers have done a good job with skill position players. And now you're just hoping even a rookie, Kenny Pickett, tough times ahead, can you just open some of these things up? You got dudes that can make plays downfield.
All right, when we come back, Broncos sign a replacement for Javonte Williams. Who that is, how do you feel about that? What was that? I'll tell you. Oh, okay. Yeah. What? Is that something I should know? Yes, that's who it is. But I'll tell you who it is next on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Try Wendy's new homestyle French toast sticks today. Wendy's new homestyle French.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
So injuries everywhere. It's part of the game. Broncos are dealing with them. Javonte Williams down for the rest of the year. The guy who scored a touchdown on Sunday, fresh off the plane from London, was on his way to Denver. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck, Latavius Murray is your guy. Go ahead and pick him up. think he's available in most of your leagues. Will he be a big pickup this? He will, huh?
Yes.
Love Latavius Murray.
Short week. Even the Broncos are running back by committee. Latavius Murray can earn some touches.
100%, and he always finds the end zone. So that's your guy. He played his first game of the season last week, and he was on the practice squad for the Saints. 57 yards, a touchdown, and 11 carries. He was only there because Alvin Kamara was out. 6th-round pick of the Raiders back in 13. Where do you go to school? Do you know?
Latavius Murray?
Latavius Murray. College football played at
Can I get the conference?
American Athletic Conference.
American Athletic Conference. AAC. Latavius Murray.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm blanking.
Central Florida.
Oh, UCF.
UCF, yeah. Everybody knew that. No, I didn't know that either. I wouldn't have known if I was staring at it. All right, so that's what you got. 505-246-0610. Went through the injuries with you. Best hit of the week, Bobby Wagner on the guy on the field.
Only hit the Rams defense had last night.
Da-dum-bum. They couldn't catch Debo, but they could catch the smoking guy.
The gender reveal.
Is that what that was?
Yes.
No way. That's
Yes.
what was going on there?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
The pink smoke.
No, I saw that. I saw the smoke.
People are getting really creative with these little gender reveals.
Is that your word for it? Creative? Okay. So he said, honey, we're going to do our gender reveal. He had everybody watching the Rams game.
I wonder if his wife knew.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know if it's the dad, the baby daddy, but I just...
It was a gender reveal.
That is what I heard.
That's insane. So it's a girl? If you didn't see it, the guy came out on the field and it was pink smoke. And
Could you get in trouble for that?
For what do you mean?
For if you were the person that paid the guy to do it? I believe that can't be the...
You don't think
like
that's the dad?
Oh, hey, as we're getting ready to have this baby, let me get in all this legal trouble.
So, like being an accomplice to, or huh? Could you get? I mean, lawyers, Adolf. So, if you paid a guy to go do that, do your gender reveal, he goes out there, he gets leveled, he gets arrested, and he says, "Well, I mean, JJ Buck paid me to do it. We're just doing a gender reveal." Is JJ Buck liable? You're the idiot who
Can't
did
wait to
it.
hear the
right?
real story too, because now I'm saying
It's going to come out, right?
Mostly gender reveal, and then others say protest. But I guess rumor is that this guy's going to sue Bobby Wagner.
What's he going to sue Bobby Wagner for?
He just
for getting hit.
Come on.
I'll bet he does. I promise you, he sues Bobby Wagner. Promise. And he's everybody saw it. He knocked me out. I was just running around. I mean, on the field, I was trespassing. I shouldn't have been there. But 100% he sues him. He doesn't win, right?
Is Kevin Harlan on the call?
Oh, there he goes. And he's out there with the pink smoke. It's a girl. And Wagner comes out of nowhere. And he knocked the pink out of him.
Oh!
Best hit the Rams late all day. 505-246-0610. I want to hear from you on the Rams. Niner fan, where are you? I mean, here's your chance to gloat. You can just Niner it.
Don't you love all that regular season success against the Rams?
Yeah, they killed the Rams. They own the Rams. I mean, unless it was January. Yeah, that's what I told my buddy. You can have them all. All of them. You know which one the Rams got? NFC Championship game. Opening drive, Jeff, JJ, Marie. Glad you're with us on a Tuesday. On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses.
This is the opening drive with three-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Cimbietta, and J.J. Buck.
All right, so now that you got a quarter of the football season done, that's right, just about anyway, what do you know? What do you think you know? What do you know about the NFL? Anything surprise you? New Orleans surprises me. It's my biggest surprise. The New Orleans is 1-3 and barely won a game. Vikings are 3-1. Here's my take. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Amory, and Adrian. Parity rules. I don't think that there's a super team. I think there's some really good teams. I think that Buffalo, Philadelphia, Kansas City have separated themselves a bit. I think that the Cowboys, the Buccaneers, the Dolphins might be on the next tier. But I think there's parity, and I don't think there's any super team. And even though the Eagles are still the only undefeated team at 4-0, I think they're good, but I don't think they're great. I don't think they're dominant. What do you know after the first quarter of the season? A little less than a quarter of a season. 4 out of 17. What stands out to you for the first 4 weeks? Parity to me is the word. You?
My team would be the Arizona Cardinals because I feel about them the way you feel about the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
I thought this was an offseason. Yeah, there's some turmoil, some question marks, but I thought that was going to galvanize the team. Kyler Murray, Cliff Kingsbury, and you get together, show everyone what's up, and they haven't looked great. They've been off to slow starts.
They get DeAndre Hopkins back.
Nuke Hopkins coming back, and that's last chance to really ignite this offense for a team that, like anything, there's runs and games, but they have started every game so poorly. And that's the only thing you look at. All right, get Nuke Hopkins back. Does that just even take Kyler Murray to another level? Because I thought he was going to be a much bigger difference maker than he has been. I get it. It's, we kind of talked about this last week. Had some Cardinal fans come in and say that they're actually not upset with Kyler Murray. If you look at the Rams game, it was some drops here or there. But I still look at it and say, you can't score a touchdown against the Rams. Like, you're the dude that has to elevate that team against two teams. It's the Niners and the Rams, and kick 3 field goals. So that was a bit frustrating. So I feel that, like, the way you feel about the Saints, the way I feel about the Cardinals. On the plus side, just how good Miami was to start the season was very impressive.
What happens to Miami now? I got to believe Tua's out for another couple weeks.
I think Teddy Bridgewater is decent enough to win some games.
So when Tua comes back,
it's a favorable schedule for them.
Is he gun shy?
Absolutely. Is he what?
Is he gun shy? I think Tua was in a mode, and I'm still not sold on him. I know a lot of people. He had a couple of good games. He just got thrown around like a rag doll. Everything that goes down into it. Is he gun shy coming back? He had the hip injury in college. A major head injury now, it feels like. I don't know. I've never been carted off a field, man. He has twice now, right? Once with a hip injury. Did he get carted off with that? I think so. And now with this. I've never been carted off a field. But I got to believe there's a little bit of gun shy, a little bit of trepidation, a little bit of damn. Coming back. Is he good enough when he comes back to keep up that pace?
He has shown us this year that he is.
I think he's shown flashes.
Yeah.
So you're sold on Tua after those first 3.5 games?
3 games. I was surprised.
Okay.
Because I feel like there was a handful of quarterbacks throughout the league, and we've talked before the season, like Tua, Jalen Hurts, Mac Jones, all these guys come in their second year. I think that he has a very good team around him as well.
I think all that's right. I was surprised. I think he's got a good team around him. I'm just not as sold as many people are. Now, I could be wrong. I've been wrong plenty of times.
I guess what are you expecting Tua to be? Because now that draft pick aside, like, all right, where he was selected. We know Justin Herbert's better. Joe Burrow's better in that draft. Like, Burrow went number 1 overall. So it's always going to be Tua versus Justin Herbert.
Right.
I think when you what stands out to me is he has made some big time throws in second halves of games. And not just the busted coverage against the Ravens, throw it up to Tyreek Hill, but in the Buffalo game, 3rd down throws, the touchdown throws in those situations in tight windows. I don't think Tua has an incredibly high ceiling. Like, it's going to be, you need Tua to take over and win a game. I think that's going to be tough. But is he Jimmy Garoppolo? Absolutely.
Okay.
Like, that team is good enough that, all right, you have unbelievable weapons. You've shown you can make the throws. And I think we're kind of still waiting on Jimmy to be able to show that late in a game.
I think Jimmy's shown that late in games, just not in the postseason. Although they did beat the Packers. I'm going to tell you where I am. What do I expect? Is that what you asked? Because I think what I expect and what people expect are different. I don't expect that much. I expect him to be a Jimmy Garoppolo-ish, and maybe even not even that good.
And as we've sat here and talked,
yeah, you can win that way.
People like that.
No, I know. You can win that way. I expect Jim Garoppolo maybe to be a little better. That's just me.
But we haven't seen
enough
as much as we've seen Jimmy G.
100%. That's why it's all on expectations. That's why it's all on potential. That's all on what do you think. Yeah, I'm just not as sold as the world is on Tua. And
What do you want from him? Like,
what do I want from him?
Yeah, like
I mean,
until
if I'm them,
until his head's smashed on the ground.
Yeah, if I'm them, no. Look, he's done everything I want from him this year.
Yeah.
I'm just not convinced that's the long-term pattern. I'm taking nothing away from what he did this year. No, he was way above my expectations. What I'm telling you is I don't think that's sustainable for him. I don't think that's who he is. I think he played really well. Look, everybody's got a good game. Jared Goff had great games. He went to the Super Bowl. I mean, nobody wants him, right? Everybody can go out and have a couple of good games. I just don't know that and again, I could be wrong. This is going on gut. This is going on eye test. This is not going on anything that. I mean, obviously, his numbers this year were fantastic. He led his team to a win over the Bills. He was good. I'm not sold that he's that guy. Other people are, and that's cool. I'm not. And now that he's gotten bounced around a few times and carted off the field, I wonder what he comes back as. Now, I'm actually kind of rooting for him more now than I was before. Yeah.
But we've talked about this before. Does the quarterback make the receiver make the quarterback too? Is like Tua doing the job? We've had this conversation.
No, he's
many
absolutely.
times.
He's done the job this year. I'm not arguing that he hasn't. He's absolutely done the job this year.
Are you
100%.
saying he's not the franchise
I just
quarterback?
don't think he's that. Yeah, I just don't think going forward it's sustainable for him. And he's got to stay healthy. And look, I mean, bleep happens. I'm not telling you he did anything wrong to get his head bounced off the turf twice. I'm not. But he's hurt a lot. You got to stay healthy. I mean, there's a reason. Look, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady don't miss games, right? Patrick Mahomes, for some reason, those guys don't take those hits. Brady's been around 117 years, right? He was injured once. How many years? 22 years? 23 years? And he missed that one season where Matt Castle came in, right? But it's amazing. And I hate labeling a guy injury prone.
So it's Jimmy G 2.0, the conversation we're
Yeah,
having.
that's kind of where I'm going.
And that's why they drafted Trey Lance, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, well, why'd you draft Trey Lance?
No, it's kind of where I'm going with this. Yeah, that's kind of what I see, which is fine. I think he's limited. I think arm strength and size-wise, and he's got to stay healthy. What's the best ability?
Availability.
Yeah.
Because his record is unbelievable when he's on the field.
So is Jimmy Garoppolo's. So is Cooper Rush's, by the way. So is Cooper Rush's. All right, 505-246-0610. So what did you learn from the first quarter of the season? Right? Where are you with it? Emails, where'd that go? Oh, I signed out already. Where are you with it all? 505-246-0610. Injury-wise, big injuries, it's going to happen. Everybody's going to go through it, and we're watching it right now with everybody dealing with it. Okay, we can look ahead to next season as well. To next week as well, when we get back and start looking into who plays who. What do you got next week? Rams Cowboys got really intriguing, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Cooper Rush or Dak Prescott? If you're Dak, I mean, you want back, don't you?
Yeah,
of course.
Cooper's stealing your job.
He's absolutely stealing your job. But he's not. Because
he's doing his job as a backup quarterback.
He's doing.
What would you want? You don't.
Dak
That's what you
Prescott
want. Don't you want a backup quarterback to come in and win?
Is not playing this weekend. Jerry Jones this morning on Dak Prescott gripping a football. Quote, no, not well enough to play.
There's your answer. All right. So you got Cooper Rush this
starting
week.
him.
Cowboy fan, you better with that. 505-246-0610. We'll get into that when we return. You've heard about NuMale for a while now, right? About how thousands of men have benefited from NuMale's industry-leading testosterone replacement, how those men feel better. You've been hearing about NuMale because it works. The results are real. Men all over the country have been taking advantage of things, or taking care of things, like fatigue, depression, weight gain, even erectile dysfunction. Do you know that NuMale specializes in hair replacement as well for men and women? The number is 505-652-1688. 505-652-1688 or online at NuMale, NuMale.com. So you can pick the option that's best for you. Platelet-rich plasma hair therapy. It uses your own platelets to stimulate stem cells deep in your hair follicle to stop hair loss and regrow hair. They have an FDA-cleared clinical hair restoration laser. It's proven to regrow hair. NeoGraft hair transplants produce natural-looking results in less than a week. No linear scarring. The treatments work for both men and women who want a natural, thicker head of hair without side effects. They're right here in Albuquerque. Call NewMail, 505-652-1688. 505-652-1688 or online at newmail.com.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
I'm on. Lobo football on Saturday out at University Stadium. Wyoming will be in town. Wyoming coming off a loss at home on Saturday past against San Jose State. Lobos were in Vegas on Friday. They lost 31-20. Big game for UNM. Daniel will have his press conference today, and hoping we have somebody in on Friday. Planned on it last Thursday but we should get a player in on Friday this week. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, A-Marie, and Adrian. So Odell Beckham visited the Giants facility. Mean anything to you? Checking in on his former teammate Sterling Shepard. Odell's doing the rounds, man. Everybody wants Odell. The Rams have his locker still there for him. He's still rehabbing. He's going to be available probably November sometime. Just to me, this is something about nothing.
Odell just wants to be wanted.
That's right.
Going around flirting. Hey, how you doing? What's up? There's no way he signs with the Giants if Buffalo, the Rams, one of those teams are calling.
What's the best spot for him? Green Bay?
What about Tampa Bay?
Tampa Bay, maybe. So if they get everybody
Comes down
healthy,
to Julio Jones.
What's that?
Because Julio Jones is dealing with a slight tear.
Yeah, but he
gonna have to
played.
manage that all season long.
Yeah.
Didn't play a lot.
So if they have Godwin, Jones, and Evans back, does he get lost in that? I mean, it'd be nice to add to the riches. Is that a good spot? What about Green Bay? You don't like it there?
Dark horse. I don't know. Has he put anything on his social media about the Packers?
I don't know. I've been following him. Hey, Marie, do you follow him?
I don't really follow him either.
Talked about Aaron Rodgers.
Oh. I mean, who's he been talking about? Because the
Bills,
Rams make a ton of sense. But does he go like with Von Miller and they go try to chase a ring there? Right, two guys that the Rams added late last year, helped them win a ring. Then they go to Buffalo and win another one.
He's been going to all these different
Oh,
games.
that's right. He seems like he's pretty healed, doesn't he? He's moving around.
Yeah.
Well. He's active. He's going everywhere. Yeah. Seems like he's everywhere. And amazing too. He was like the greatest thing ever. Then he fell out of favor and went to LA last year and recreated himself. He became a good guy, evidently. A good teammate. He still can ball. I mean, the Rams need him desperately. What I watched with the Rams last night, 10 passes, 10 completions to the tight end, 14 to Cooper Kupp. There's nothing to go vertical. There's no running game. They need him so badly. That's why they kept his locker. They need him so badly. 24-9 last night. It was the 49ers over the Rams. 24-9. 49ers over the Rams last night. All right. Is Aaron Judge going to get one more home run? Is he going to get another pitch to hit?
How do you feel about Aaron Judge? Because this has been incredibly disappointing. Unbelievable season. You hit 61 home runs.
Wow.
That's fantastic. Now are you getting enough pitches to hit?
No.
It's understandable. He's walking a lot. They clinched. But man, at least give me 65. I was on a little bit of a run.
You're not getting 65.
Not getting 65.
You got two left.
But you got, tied the American League record.
Got the record for right-handed hitters.
Cutting into all my football games to watch Aaron Judge walk.
Every one of them. I think he gets one more. I do. I think he's going to get to 62. You got to pitch to him in the playoffs, right? You can't. Can you pitch him around him like this in the playoffs? When games start to matter again, and let's say they're playing the Mariners, will they be playing the Mariners or the Blues?
Depends on if Anthony Rizzo, Giancarlo Stanton, one of those dudes want to show up when he's on base.
Well, some point, I mean, look, I think you're going to be very careful. But now, I think you got to, it's going to be situational, certainly. But at some point, they're going to have to pitch to him. I think isn't everybody kind of rooting for him to get it? I mean, it seems like a decent guy. Everybody kind of likes him. American League single-season home run leaderboard. Him and Maris at 61, Ruth at 60, Ruth at 59. Hank Greenberg at 58, Jimmy Fox at 58. The most recent person on that board is 1961. Isn't that crazy? I mean, it's 61 years ago. It's bonkers to me. Yeah, I think he gets one more. Bill, good morning to you. How you doing, Bill?
I'm doing good, guys. How are you?
Good, thanks. What's up?
I just wanted, you were talking right before the end of the show yesterday about Tua.
Yeah.
And if I had been the coach, of course, and seen him stumble on that Sunday, I would have pulled him out of the game. But if he had been pulled out of the game for the rest of the game, and then he had been checked all week long up until Thursday and still had the Thursday smack on the head, I mean, how would they be treating it now? If he had been cleared, like, okay, we did pull him out of the game, so that's what we were supposed to do, but he still got smashed on the ground, against the Bengals, and then, what would be the conversation? I'm just wondering.
Well, that's kind of been my point on this. Are they two completely separate issues? What, let's just say he didn't even get hurt in that game on Sunday, and this happened. Would this have been any more or less severe? And nobody can answer that because we just flat out don't know. What this coach did was go by what the experts told him. He was cleared by all the medical experts. I can't expect my coach to manage a football game, manage timeouts, call plays, call defenses, and go check a guy in the medical tent and decide if he's got a concussion, he's ready to go. I got people to do that. They're paid highly. They're paid well. They're medical professionals. They're way smarter at it than I am. If they tell me the guy's okay, he could play, he's cleared, then give me a reason I shouldn't put him back in. Your answer is going to be, well, you saw him stumble around. Well, they told me it was a back injury.
And they had an interview with Jimmy Johnson I heard yesterday. I think it was Colin Cowherd. And Jimmy Johnson said, I had the doctors that came and told me, okay, I never saw the player.
Yeah, why would you? Your game goes on.
The doctors checked him.
That's right.
And our people checked him. And when they told me I was ready, everything was fine, then he went back in.
That's how it's got to be.
And, I mean, that's what you have. But anyway, before I leave, before I say goodbye, I just want to say thank God for Jimmy G being a thorn in the 49ers side still. I love it that he's still winning, and they are eating crow today.
In the Rams side, yeah. All right. Enjoy that one, Bill. Thanks.
Have a great one.
Yeah, thorn in the Rams side. So I'm going to go back to that conversation. I know Mike McDaniel's taking a lot of heat, the coach of the Dolphins. I want you to think about what you do. I mean, do you have time to do everybody else's job too? You're the head football coach. You're supposed to be in charge of everything. I got it. So what you want him to do is go medically test this guy too, coach the football game. Game goes on, call plays, manage timeouts, put people in, call defenses, offenses, special teams.
No, you want him to make a better decision on a short week for his quarterback when he plays 17 of these games.
So what you're saying is flat out
because if he gets hurt next Sunday, it happens. But the fact that it's compounded 4 days where it's 2 head slams, and I get it, he cleared everything, but we all watched him wobble, man.
So you would have sat him.
I would have sat him. Yeah. And by the way, this isn't just after the fact history. We had this conversation Wednesday on it should have been the weekend of the backup quarterbacks.
So I told you on Tuesday before I left.
Yes.
Well, I know what I saw. It sure looks like a head injury to me.
And it's the whole but it's one game in the season, and you can say, you know what, it was a short week. His back was sore, his ankles were hurting. We just wanted to be safe with him. Now he's got 2 weeks, and he's good to go for our next game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure I would have done that. If I'm the coach and the players tell me, no, coach, I'm fine, and I go to the doctors and they all tell me, I got a team of medical professionals. They say, no, he doesn't have a concussion. I know what it looked like. I know he stumbled. That was his back. So, and looking at him, you're telling me he's fine. Coach, that's what I'm telling you.
Well, you have zero concern that his back caused him to collapse?
I wouldn't have zero. No, I absolutely have concern. I would absolutely have concern.
That's why that whole shtick is a joke.
Yeah.
Now, he might have cleared concussion protocol. I get it. But to then just be like, oh, he's good. Oh, his back seized up to the point we had to carry him off the field, but we're not worried 4 days later.
But if they're telling me he's medically cleared and the players tell me he can play, I can't sit here and tell you I would have sat him. I can't.
No one would. I get it. It's players. He's cleared. Mike McDaniel. They're starting him. But I don't. My thing is,
I get where you're coming from.
It's the whole, all right, would he have been hurt worse? Like, to me, it's just within a 4-day span. Regardless if he was cleared or not. You're saying his back hurts, his ankle's sore. We saw him get smashed. We have 17 and hopefully, 3 or 4 more to play. And this game against the Bengals on a short week is not going to tank your season.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with all that. But his point, so then when
especially with the quote-unquote, even if it's sore back, you could say, well, neck issues, this or that.
Yeah. I guess my question is, like he said, when do I put him back in? Everybody's telling me he should play, so I should just sit him because...
The next Sunday. Yeah. It's not that hard.
Well, kind of, but
no,
why am I sitting him? I mean, his job is to play quarterback. You said he could
because
do
you
his
look
job.
back at that film.
Well, I look back, too. I get it. And so...
Because if he has a sore back, sore ankles...
Yeah, I'm taking a lot of variables in, and I don't know all the information. That's where I'm a little loath to just kind of go off on this whole thing. I don't have all the information, and if
like, and I'm really done with this stuff too. Like, well, when should I have played him?
Yeah.
Like, do you care about these guys or not? Because you're sitting there preaching that I would never put my player in harm's way. I'd never do that. I'm not that type of coach. But then you're going to act all shocked when people go, oh, what do you think about sitting him? Well, should I never play him? Like, it's a bad situation. I don't think he did anything on purpose. I don't think there's a grand conspiracy. I don't know why all of a sudden they made the fall guy and they found mistakes after the fact.
Because somebody had a fall. Yeah.
Right? But they're saying no one did anything wrong.
Did they really fire someone, or did they just say they fired someone?
They said they fired their neurological.
I know what they said. Did they really fire someone?
I don't know. Do you know something?
I don't know anything. I'm just, like...
And that's just the tough thing about it, because it's... With a head injury, to me, that's so much different than talking about Dalvin Cook battling through something,
or a back injury.
DeAndre Swift.
Or to your point, to a back injury, right? I mean, if it was just...
But how can you deny what you saw?
No, we all saw it. And that's what I was
even if he's cleared on a short week... Mm-hmm. Like, it's just so hard after the fact.
I wouldn't have a problem if he sat him. I would have no problem if he sat him. And
because if he comes back out, the same thing could have happened to him on a Sunday.
I would have preferred them tell me he's got a head injury. Well, then my decision's made.
But the problem is you start going down this road to where the reason I care so much about this, the reason we talk, whether even just going the lines of why do we care so much about what happens, whether it's injuries or suspensions to athletes, because we all love this game. Football is the game we all love. We want people to play football. We want our kids to grow up experiencing football. And these are the biggest decisions. Not necessarily suspensions, this or that. It's what do you do in these moments when the head is involved? Mm-hmm. That's the future of the sport.
100% it is. And that's why this is so inexact. Until they can find a way to go in and tell me that they can do a CAT scan and tell me if there's a concussion. Or do I believe he had a concussion on Sunday? Yeah. Don't you? Don't we all? But I want to know, to your point, they're two separate points. Yeah. Would it have been any different? If you're telling me you would have sat him, I don't have a problem with that. I don't. I know what I saw, too. I would have had a tough time with this, too. And I would have leaned toward sitting him.
It doesn't mean that he wouldn't get hurt.
No, right? I know. But I would have been leaning towards sitting him, too. But if the player's saying, Coach, I'm fine. Look, here, I'm fine. Pass all my tests. The doctor say, no, he's fine. I mean, he's not going to get hurt anymore. He's good. I probably would have played him. 505-246-0610 on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Haters gonna hate. But the Raider Nation never cared if anyone liked them anyway.
Runs in untouched.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands up.
The Tua talk's going to continue for a long time, and every time someone goes down, it's going to be a conversation. And I don't even know what the right answer is, even in retrospect. You can tell me, what you think, but I don't even know what the right answer is. You said I would have sat him. I'm not sure I would have. And obviously, the right answer in that situation was if he didn't play, he wouldn't have had this massive injury. But did he have one before? Did he not? And he passed all the tests. And
easy to play the what if game.
Oh, it's always easy. It's always easy. Hindsight is really, really good vision. Really, really good. But what if? Yeah, what if? All right, 505-246-0610. That's how to get in today. 888-922-0610. We've been through the NFL. Went over the Rams losing to the Niners last night, 24-9. NBA, have you watched any preseason? Have you been into it at all? I saw Steph Curry on the Manning.
Excited.
I'm excited.
Jamal Murray, back in action. Got a couple buckets. Back on the court. Kawhi Leonard.
Yep.
Said he missed it. He's back. Saw Ben Simmons running the floor.
Sheesh.
It's crazy that in 8 days, the hockey season starts.
Yep.
Man.
Eddie was wearing a Kings shirt last
couple weeks. NBA tips off.
Yep.
Here we are.
Yeah, Addie wore her Kings long sleeve shirt for practice yesterday. See, it's hockey season. Is your favorite Brooklyn in the East? It's got to be, right? I mean, they're back. It almost feels like they're going to have something to prove and figure this thing out and be committed to this. I don't know how they look what they. I mean, there's good teams. The Celtics are constructed really well. They got the turmoil at the top. The Bucks are going to be good. Miami's going to be good. Cleveland's going to be, better. It's got to be Brooklyn, though, right?
I can't pick the Nets to win the Eastern
Neither
Conference.
can I.
Who do you got?
Milwaukee.
Okay. Middleton's healthy. I mean, assuming he's healthy, right?
It's all about Giannis.
Of course. Of course. Who do you got?
I trust Boston without a head coach more than I do the Brooklyn Nets.
I actually do too.
Okay. Brooklyn.
Miami's just always going to be there. Always. Be there.
What are they missing?
They just signed Tyler Hero, got $130 million over 4 years.
Good money. It's good money.
Now he needs to be much better in the postseason.
Look, it's not like he's never been good in the postseason. He wasn't good last year. I mean, he's got a track record of being really good in the postseason. He was the year they got to the final, right?
Now it's always, if they only had won this, one that. No, Tyler Hero, you're the shot creator. You're the shot maker outside of Jimmy Butler late in games now.
West, Golden State. And then?
Phoenix.
What about the Denver Nuggets?
Yeah.
What about them?
They got the MVP. They got Jamal Murray back.
No one's picking them over the Warriors.
No,
No, not the Warriors. The Phoenix Suns.
They'll be third, fourth seed. I think.
Dallas?
Fifth seed type of team.
We're the Lakers.
Sixth seed.
So they're a playoff team this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
See if they stay healthy.
Well, all right. So over under, there's 82 games. LeBron plays 56 and a half.
Over.
Okay.
What about Anthony Davis?
Same number.
I'd have to take the under on Anthony Davis.
I mean, how could you not? Right? You have to.
Yeah.
Also, Steph Curry was great on the Manning cast last night.
Yeah, I thought he was really good.
I'm kind of disappointed.
Really?
I like Eli and Payne. The interviews are bad. Because it's
Well, they're
awkward
hanging out,
timing.
yeah.
They don't know what's going on. They're not really talking.
They were kind of off with the timing last night, but I just
The
love
interviews
it.
have not been good. I like Peyton and Eli talking football, going back and forth.
Mhm.
Interviews have not been good.
Okay.
Just broadcast note.
I changed because the luck was going bad. I tried to change the main
Oh,
cast to see if it would change my luck.
superstition. Yeah, I do that all the time too.
Yeah, it was pissing me off.
Switch the shirt, do something
Come on, man.
different.
Can we change this up?
Have
Can
a
we get
shot.
the ball in the damn end zone for crying out loud? Yeah. Yeah, it was just trying
Got to get that offense going, man.
I don't know how they're going to get the offense. First of all, I don't think
They have the offense.
Well, I mean, Stafford, I think, is limited. They have no running game. Their line is less than marginal, and they have no vertical threat. What makes you think the Rams are going to get this offense going? Well, they have Sean McVay, and he'll figure it out. Okay, but Van Jefferson's out. Allen Robinson's not part of it yet. They got Cooper Kupp, and they got a tight end in Higbee, but they can't run the ball, and Stafford is being sacked 6-7 times a game. Like, how are they going to get it going? I'm
7
listening.
last night.
Yeah. I'm listening because I want to know. How they getting that offense going?
I don't know because they control the clock. Cooper Kupp is ridiculous.
Yep.
You have the weapons. I like
Do you
Matthew
have the
Stafford.
weapons?
Yeah. You don't think you have the weapons?
I don't. That's where I'm thinking you have no Van Jefferson, no Robert Woods, no Odell. Allen Robinson's
not clicking.
Allen Robinson's not part of it. Like where
He
are the
wasn't
weapons?
targeted.
6 times, 7 times? Yeah, where are the weapons? I just don't see it.
How are the Niners doing it?
Well, they're doing it defensively.
Well, with the offensive line.
What do you mean?
Enough. Trent Williams was out, and everyone's like, "Oh no,
Yeah.
Oh no,
I
their
know.
season's over.
But that's one piece.
They didn't necessarily run the ball.
The
greatly.
rest of
Yeah.
their line's intact, right?
That's if you want to talk football.
Yeah, the left tackle's. I get it.
It's how can you create enough running lanes week to week?
And they did. You see that? What
'Cause
Jeff
that-
Wilson had?
Is going to be all right. How do you open up the offense? How do you open up Matt Stafford? You run the football.
And they can't run it. They have 50-something yards rushing. What did they have last night?
They had about 51,
Yeah, that's 50-something, right?
including Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. I mean, and they're just not running the ball at all. 57 yards.
And San Francisco only had 88 yards rushing.
And
they popped one.
And they popped one. 32 came on one play.
Yeah.
You guys the Rams controlled time of possession.
It's great.
They less penalties.
And they lost 24-9.
Had a lot. Yeah.
And they lost-
On paper, this
3
looks like
in the red
crazy.
zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the Rams.
and they lost 24-9. And they gave up a pick 6. By the way,
and Robbie Gold.
How good do you think Stafford is? I thought he was really good last year. He's struggling.
He's still that level of good.
Okay. Give him some weapons.
Poor offense right now.
Yeah, I think they're a poor offense. They're a marginal team right now. I really do. 505-246-0610. What thinks you? Tonight you get some baseball. Last 2 games, the Mets have to win. Braves can clinch the East with a win or a Mets loss. That's where that is. Playoffs start Friday in Major League Baseball. Global football, Danny Gonzalez will talk today. We'll hear his update coming up at noon today. 505-246-0610 on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This is Boomer Science with the CBS Sports Minute. Though the
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken.
Jerry Jones was on his weekly radio spot on 105.3 The Fan in Dallas this morning, and he did not completely rule Dak Prescott out from playing on Sunday, but said that he's got an issue gripping the football. Quote from Jerry this morning: "I don't know what you could ask for better news technically, physically, and how it's responding, how it's healing, so to speak." So all of those things are on go, and I don't know that as we bid bye to each day, if considering the injury, considering the location of the injury, I don't know that you could make any more progress. There's some things here about healing that, again, I often say only the man upstairs knows how that works. But he'll have a big week, and he'll be hard on himself getting it ready to go. End quote. What the hell does it all mean? As we bid goodbye to each day. All right, Dak's going to meet with the doctors today. What's today, the 4th? So about 3.5 weeks ago, he had surgery on that thumb. He had a stitch removed. Mike McCarthy said, that's the coach, said he's still dealing, as Dak, with swelling in the joint. Hasn't thrown the ball well. And this all points towards Cooper Rush, doesn't it? Yesterday, Mike McCarthy said that he wants Prescott to go through a full week of practice before he returns. Jerry said on the radio this morning, quote, "We need to have that process before we go in a ball game. Can't eliminate the week's work and be ready to go, especially not at quarterback." All right, end quote. This all sounds like Cooper Rush to me, doesn't it?
Cooper Rush time.
Cooper Rush is Uncle Time. Brother Time, if you prefer. Undefeated, never lost. Never lost. Him and Father Time, the only ones. Undefeated, never lost. So, Cowboy fan, you go to SoFi, and it looks like Cooper Rush against a Rams team that's reeling after just getting paddled last night in San Francisco. So, that's where you are. It's your NFL news for today. I don't mean to bring this up at the end of the show, and I don't mean to belittle this because it almost feels like I'm not giving it its due, but I think it would be wrong if we didn't acknowledge it. Did you see the report on the NWSL, the Women's Soccer League, and the abuse and everything that has been rampant in that league, evidently, over the last?
They've been having a lot of issues.
So I guess I'd not heard of all of this. Is this something that had been kind of out there and whispered about, talked about?
Well, man, was it last year? Portland had an issue. Now things going on in Chicago. I think it's been bad.
So, The Athletic did a report that said players had been sexually harassed, abused verbally. I don't know where this goes, and I kind of am looking forward to seeing the documentary on it. I guess they're doing ESPN's doing a documentary on E60 tonight. Lisa Salters is reporting. Truth be told, the fight for women's professional soccer. It'll run tonight. And I'm interested. I guess, JJ, I'm not nearly familiar enough with this to know anything more than I read. Surprised to you what you read? Like, what was your thought? Because the NWSL is really popular in some cities. Portland, Orlando. There's some places where it really, really hits. And the rise of women's professional sports has certainly been noticeable. What did you think when you saw this yesterday?
It's frustrating.
Okay.
That they have that much to clean up across the board.
And there's a lot. There's a lot. Yeah, I'm interested in hearing. I always want to hear whatever the other side is. And I know not that it's going to make it make sense to me. I just kind of want to hear how they try to explain some of these things away, because there's always another side. But how do people continue to get away with it? How is it fostered? How is it protected? I think that's going to be a big deal. Who's running this league?
And these are a lot of their issues are some of the stuff that we're accustomed to seeing across the board in terms of things not taken seriously enough. Oh, push this aside. Oh, don't look here. Covering up for this. Been through a lot of these stories.
Yeah. This is going to be. It was on all the nightly newses, and it crossed over into the A section of the papers, so to speak. So I think you're going to hear more about that as we continue to go, not just through this week, but continue. All right, Aaron Judge getting 62 tonight?
No.
I say he gets it tonight.
You do?
Yeah.
Wake me when he gets to 72.
Well, that's not going to happen. Okay. Stay asleep.
I'm going to sleep.
Yeah. No, take a nap. He's not getting to
For
72.
the playoffs?
So 62 means nothing to you? American League record?
No, it's nice, but it's funny.
It's kind of a good job.
Like how much they've gone out of their way to not mention Barry Bonds in any of these conversations.
Ever.
Like American League record, Yankees record.
Oh, that's right.
Maris, Mantle, Babe Ruth, everybody.
Well, because you've been listening to the Yes Network. It's all Michael Kay and John Sterling, right? It's what they're all about.
Baseball.
Well, baseball. But I mean, all the broadcasts, all the play-by-play is, it's up there.
The real home run king.
Yeah. I've had this conversation.
I think Aaron Judge is done with it. He's like, I just want to get to the playoffs.
Yeah, he's like, let's go. Let's move forward.
Right? Can we do something that matters now? Yeah. I've had this conversation with so many people over the last 2-3 weeks about the real home run king, and East Coast people are, this is the real record. No, it's honestly, with all due respect, it's not. Like in your mind, if you want it to be, if you want to tell me it's the real non-performance enhanced record, you don't get to just eliminate an era of baseball. You don't, as much as you want to. Oh, but by the way, you don't, because you loved it when it was happening. You don't get to eliminate 20-year span of baseball. Baseball's recognized that that's the record. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not accusing him of anything. But do you know what Aaron Judge is or is not on? Just asking. I'm not accusing him of anything. But if it comes out later that, I don't know, there's a little something, are you going to be surprised? You're not.
You won't be.
Absolutely not.
Nobody will. So, as much as you don't like Bonds because he's a jerk, as much as you don't like that because maybe you're a Yankee fan or you think that was an enhanced era, and it was. That's the record. This was will be the American League record. He's tied that. It'll be the right-handed record. It could be a Yankee record. All that. All that's great. But you kind of, I always tell you I'm not going to tell you how to be a fan. That's the record. If you don't want to acknowledge it, I guess you don't have to. But it is. Do you like all the great camera angles? The guy running out there with the camera that comes right up, runs down third base with him and all that. Do you like that? New baseball camera angles?
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of do too. The guy in the end zone runs out with that big camera, gets out in the middle of it. Are you a fan of the overhead camera? I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that too. It's been another good
especially in
innovation.
football.
Yeah. Yeah, especially
because what you think you see absolutely changes when you go to that all 22.
Well, there's a
like,
reason.
oh,
yeah.
This is what the coaches watch.
There's a reason coaches sit upstairs.
Not from the side, from the end zones.
Who was saying yesterday? Talking about Andy Reid, that you could see the game so well from the field level. And, the layman says, well, of course. I mean, they're right there. No. You don't get the full view. I mean, that's why coaches sit upstairs. That's why they're on those headsets asking guys upstairs, what do you see? That's why they're taking pictures or send them down on, it used to be Polaroids, now it's on their computers or on their tablets. What are they, Surfaces, the tablets? Yeah. That's why they're doing it.
Intern just running downstairs, shaking Polaroid pictures.
Yeah, and they'd be going through those pictures. Totally, that's how that was. All right, tomorrow, Sebastian Noel's going to be with us. We'll talk high school sports. Working on a few other things as well. Jim Rome Show is next. The Herd with Colin Cowherd will be after that. Two Men On comes your way at 4. We're back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. with award-winning Radio Then. Adrian, good work. Sorry about the delay.
Yeah.
Sorry to move the mic. Good job back there.
No, thank you.
Big day for you.
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.